Hi, my name is Sandy Carter. I'm IBM's General Manager for Ecosystem and Development, and welcome back to our live stream show. We're going to continue on the topic of smarter workforce. And I am joined right now by Hanley Cameron. He's the Enterprise Architect of Prolific. So welcome.
Hey, thanks, Sandy.
So today we're going to get into some of the details with a real techie, right? You're a real techie here.
Right.
So what I really want to know is, from your perspective, how is social business changing how organizations engage that employee?
Well, as we know from history and such, companies have traditionally kind of pushed things to employees. You're going to take this, go to our HR site, go to this site, use your email to do things, and employees are getting very used to using better tools in their regular day-to-day life, and they want to bring those tools in. And so being able to engage those employees with better ways to communicate with each other. I saw a thing today saying, well, how many employees are going out there? I think it was over 50% are willing to go buy their own collaboration tools that they need to, right?
Wow.
So being able to bring them actual enterprise class tools that they can work together as teams and reach out to, especially people they don't know yet, right? Because those people may not have the same tools if they've all bought their own. And now we can give them a much better integrated system.
Wow, that's fascinating. So 50% would go out and buy their own. Amazing,
yeah.
amazing.
I would do it. I see things, I'm like, wow, I wish I had that.
So it's really interesting because being an architect, I know one of the things that clients really, at first maybe fail to think about, but then once they're into it, they always think about, which is tips to get that back-end integration, especially when you have multiple systems around social, right? That makes it easy.
Right.
So why don't you talk to us a little bit about why that's so important and how you might do it?
Right, so when you look at it, I mean, there's a lot of point systems out there, right, that you can do status updates or you can do whatever, but they only do their one thing. And what's great about IBM is it's part of an ecosystem, right? So there is the social tools, you've got connections and the web experience things, but those can then hook into back-end BPM systems, whether it's workflow type things or other communications out. You've got T-Leaf and Core Metrics for reaching out to end customers and seeing how they do. And so being able to bring that all together and get the appropriate mix for your company is a great thing that IBM brings to the table.
I think that's so important because, if you're embedding social into your business process, you really have to have the back-end system, right?
Exactly.
Because that data that's back there, you can't do analytics without the data, and so if it's not hooked in together, you really don't have a powerful system.
Right, if you end up with all these little silos of things and islands here and there, they're not working together, the end user can't do something like see something in their activity stream and approve it, and it kicks off a back-end process. They've got to go to each system, and now they're spending all day, okay, I got to check 5 different systems. Let's bring those together and let them work much more efficiently.
Yeah, it's a great point because, the user interface is really important, but I think that back end is also important. Now, something else that I think is interesting is mobile. About 68% of people who do social do it on a mobile device, right? Today I was even talking to a client, they had a mobile and a social group, which was kind of strange to me. How do you see mobile affecting people's engagement with enterprise systems?
I think mobile is critical, and sometimes people think of mobile as though it's somebody on their mobile phone, but it's a lot more than that. I actually spoke on Portal and Worklight integration last year, and I had a picture of Chris Miller sitting at the opening session, and he had an iPad with a device in front of him, right? So people are using multiple devices at one time. I'll sit there with my laptop and an iPad right next to it. I'm not mobile, but I'm using that mobile device, and a lot of times that mobile touch interface and ability to quickly interact with things is better than the laptop, even when I'm in front of the laptop. So being able to reach out to people and being able to have, with that integration we talked about, I can do something on the iPad, switch to here, and work right away on my laptop. And that works whether it's internal communication, things, or when I'm working as talking to the consumer, so maybe a commerce application. I'm going to put something in my card on the tablet, but then when I go to the computer, that's where I want to put in my credit card and things where I have a keyboard and such. But I want it to be immediate, that what I put on one system is, I see it as one thing as an end user, even though in the back end we've wired these systems together, right?
Interesting. Well, if you think about mobile, and you mentioned apps, right? Something that's really important are developers who are developing all of these applications. Coming up at the end of the month, we have something called Dev at Pulse. So it's specifically geared for guys like you, mobile developers, just really getting into the weeds and how you do that development. And we've got some, great speakers. Give me a couple words on Dev at Pulse.
So I just learned about this myself this afternoon. I was talking about some of the new mobile solutions that IBM's coming out with. and about the conference, and it sounds like a really great format for people to go in and quickly get things a little bit different from the standard format we've seen at Connect and Pulse and Impact and those, faster, more focused sessions and such, so people can really learn a lot, and it sounds like really
Lots
exciting.
Lots of conferences and some
Exactly.
really And there's even a session for girls that code, some great, amazing speakers there, and again, like you said, unconference, right, going on.
Awesome.
So you're going to be there?
Yeah, okay, I'll see if I can make it.
Okay, awesome, that's great. Well, this has been our session with Hannah Cameron from Prolifix, our enterprise architect, who's going to Dev at Pulse, and hopefully all you guys will as well. Just a couple of moments, and we'll be right back.
Great, thank you.